Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy UC Fresco back once again, downthesoul.com. We out here on YouTube. This is a different type of podcast. Usually I do artistocracy, mixed minds, something like that. But, today we're venturing into a combination of both, but, introducing a different aspect as well as far as finance and everything like that. Not really finance, but residual incomes, etc., etc. It's a good friend of mine right here. I got with me on the line.
Lucrative dealings. Lucrative dealings.
My boy Jerome Bradley here with me, man. Very, very, very good designer. Coming from Atlanta. But, he's making his mark worldwide, man. A lot of people know him as East St. Jerome.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Introduce yourself, bro. You a designer, everything like that. Let the people know that you here with it.
Yeah, so currently I'm based out of New York. I just recently moved up here a year ago from Georgia. I pretty much lived all over, from Gwinnett to Rockdale to all over. But like I said, I moved up here about a year ago. Still been adjusting to the city. I'm a designer by trade, but just being in New York, you kind of gotta dibble and dabble into everything. So moving up here is when I really got serious into investing. A couple months ago, I started an Airbnb business with my mom down in Georgia. Looking to expand that too, of course. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Okay, yeah. So that's the main reason I got you up here to talk a little bit about that Airbnb business. I know, you're still starting off, but scratching the surface, just understanding the fundamentals, being able to share that with a lot of young people, that's going to be watching this, the realization, the preparation, like what did it take? Give me some insight into that.
All right, so as far as acquiring the property, me and my mom actually had the property. We actually got the property a couple of years ago, but when we first got it, we were using it as like a traditional rental property, either Section 8 or sometimes we would have like regular, long-term tenants. But, it was doing okay or whatever, but through me traveling is what really sparked the idea because I'm an Airbnb guy. So, going here, going there, I was traveling, and I remember one time I took a trip to Amsterdam, and the host was actually a young guy. He probably was early 20s, maybe mid 20s. But I remember after the trip, I remember looking through his profile, and he had properties all over Europe. And I'm like, man, if a young guy like that can do it, what separates him from me? So that's kind of like what sparked the idea originally. This was back in 2018. But yeah, through that, I just keep going around, keep traveling or whatever, and would see different places, and that kind of just gave me the travel bug or whatever. I know I'm kind of getting off topic, kind of rambling.
Nah, you good.
But yeah, going back to just getting started. So I had the property already with my mom a couple years ago. We had the traditional renting, whatever. And it was doing okay, but just scoping the land and really digging deep into B&B, you can see that instead of making like $1,000 a month or whatever the rent is that the tenant would pay you, you can a lot of times make 4, 5, 6 times that and then some. So, I told my mom or whatever, and she's older, of course. And at first she was like, I'm kind of iffy about it, but I just stayed persistent, and I was like, we need to really get into this because, we're fighting with the tenants for that little $1,000 when we could be making.
You have people reaching out to you. For the property.
Yeah. So, we could be making 4 or 5 times that. So why are we fighting with the tenant monthly to get that little $1,000? So after, breaking that down to her and explaining that to her, she was like, okay, the property had been vacant for a little while too. So it kind of just made sense, to get it back running through Airbnb.
Yeah.
So, from there, it's pretty easy. We sent a photographer out there. We already had the property, so we just sent a photographer out there. He shot the property, indoor, outdoor, backyard, everything.
Indoor pool, outdoor pool?
Nah, I wish. But yeah, the photographer shot everything. And after I got the pics back, like literally that night, I put it on Airbnb. So it took like a day to do. I actually got a guy, I don't know if you're familiar with Fiverr.
Yeah, I know Fiverr.
Which is, the freelance app or whatever. So I actually got a guy on Fiverr to write like my description for the property and my bio.
Yeah.
So I got that back in a couple of days. But after I got that back, got the pictures back, literally it took a day. I just input all the info, all the stuff that I got back, the pictures and the info onto the actual BNB platform. And within a day, it was up and running. I went to sleep that night at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'm an early riser, so I woke up like 6, 7 a.m. the next morning, and I already had 3 bookings, like in one night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those 3 bookings was already damn near what
for what the rent would have hit.
Yeah,
for.
damn near what I was getting from the, the traditional tenants. You know what I mean? I made that overnight in one, like, you know what I mean? So.
In your sleep.
Yeah, in my sleep. So from there, I'm like, I'm all in. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, shit though, because shit, you said it took since 2018. You had the idea, then you had to talk your mom to it. So that goes to show that things take time. So what were some other things that you might have not been prepared for that's still coming up to this day? That's kind of like, I've got to learn how to maneuver through this because it's something that could continue to come up in the future. Everything like that. Like no bad no bad
like guests and stuff like that. I mean, I would say the biggest thing is just staying on top of your guests. You know what I mean? So like in the neighborhood where the house is at, like the HOA is very strict. So like there's no street parking. They don't want loud music after a certain time. Blah blah blah. So it's like more so just staying on top of your guests so that the police don't get called and the neighbors don't complain and stuff like that. So that's probably really been the biggest I would say like hurdle in the. I ain't even gonna say hurdle. That's probably like the biggest thing you really got to worry about as far as BNB. You know what I mean? And like the best thing about it too is, you have to have cleaners come in after every guest.
Right.
So with cleaners coming in after every guest, they're keeping that property at like tip top condition every single week. You know what I mean? Or however frequently the guests come in, but they're keeping that property at tip top shape. If something gets broken, you got to call a handyman or have your handyman on call or whatever, and he'll fix it. But I mean, it
kind of serves itself.
Yeah, like it's the best thing in terms of like managing your property, like long run, and you make a lot more money. You know what I mean? So
yeah, definitely. But like I said, even though it's not crippling payments that you make with the people that you hire, whether it's cleaners, photographers, everything like that, it's expenses. So what is this opportunity taught you about, the distribution of your finances and how have you kind of adjusted since you started making money?
Just stay on top of everything. Like, so for example, like the cleaning fee is $150, and like that's what we pay the cleaners. So basically, as soon as I get the payment from the tenant, I distribute that money. I put that $150 to the side for the cleaners. I take out 35% taxes. You know what I mean? I put that to the side, and then the rest is just profit. You know what I mean? So you just have that sitting or reinvest it or whatever you want to do with that. Now,
me and you are both, we're getting our feet ankle deep into the investing world right now. So as far as the opportunities that you've wanted to get into with this BNB money, like what are some sectors of the finance industry that you're looking to continue to expound on? Because, crypto's a little bit down right now. So, I mean, shit, we still shouting it out. But, there's a huge, tremendous scale there for us to climb. So what are some things that you've looked to put the money towards since you started making it?
More so, like you said, crypto still, stock still. It's because in those you got to play the long game. You know what I mean? Like, of course, there's the meme coins and like there's quick money in it too. But like you still got to have your long-term investments to the side too that you're continually investing in. And matter of fact, what I end up doing, like the account that my money goes into for BNB, I actually set up recurring investments with that account. So like every month, like it takes out X amount and it'll invest like in Bitcoin, it'll invest in Ethereum, it'll invest in Tesla and Apple. So like those are like the 4 like investments that I got like coming out of my account monthly.
Right. Now, from what I'm seeing, this takes like a lot of discipline because you got a lot of money coming out, to make it come in. So, like as far as kind of keeping yourself straight with your money, like what are some things that you might have had to cut off, like as far as guilty pleasures, anything like that? Or you still living your life the same way?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm still living the same way, man. I ain't even
hey, man, you make it spend it, no?
I mean, but the thing is, like, I really don't even touch the BNB money like that. So I kind of just I mean, let it do its thing. Because from the jump, like, it was always just a side hustle. You know what I mean? And I only got one property. So that's the thing. Like, it's not like it's life changing just off of having one property. Like, of course, I do plan to scale and acquire more properties and go from there. But if you just got one, honestly, it's not life changing money. So I'm just letting it just do what it do. You know what I mean?
You're trying to get the next one.
Yeah.
But like, are you gonna continue to do it in Georgia? Because you've mentioned to me before that the laws in New York with Airbnb could be a little bit tricky. So like, what's some of the next plans?
Yeah, I plan to keep expanding in Georgia for now because that's one thing. Like, you gotta have somebody and people. You gotta have people you trust to manage the property.
Yeah.
So
and you got family down there.
Yeah, and that's where all my a lot of my friends and family are at. So, I mean, that's best to start scaling there until you can meet other people in other areas and other regions that you fully trust. You know what I mean? To manage your property while you're not there, because you can't be everywhere at once. So. That's the thing. That's one of the biggest things. You got to be able to trust people. But that's what any business. You got to be able to delegate and trust the people you delegate the work to. Yeah. Are able to come through with it.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. You definitely like. That's one thing. People, if you know somebody can't do a job, don't let them keep on doing it. For sure.
Yeah.
But as far as, I meant to ask you like, what did being a designer teach you about branding yourself for the B&B, or does it kind of like do it for itself, or like? How do you plan to use your experience as a designer to continue to brand yourself as, entrepreneur, financial investor, etc.?
Well, actually, as far as that, the brand for my B&B is called Entry, ENTRI. And that's crazy you said that, because I actually do plan to like launch apparel, launch home goods. Like, I really want to, instead of just doing B&B, like how everybody else do, I really want to scale this into like an actual...
A whole home business.
Full brand, you know what I mean? Like on some Yeezy type shit.
For
like,
home goods.
Yeah, home goods, apparel, of course, properties. So the whole nine. Like.
Okay. And this is LLC, right? No, can't nobody take this from you.
Yeah. Everything legit.
That's
everything
locked
legit,
in.
Man.
All right, so shit, man.
Clean
We can't
business.
steal that.
Clean business over here.
Shit, man. But so like, what's next? Because I know you got the designs coming out. You got more property coming in. So what's like the next risk that you feel like? Well, not risk, but obviously everything is a calculated risk. So essentially, what I'm asking is, what's next as far as what are we putting the money into? Like, what do you see being the next pot for you? Because obviously, you got a collection coming out. You continue to do your things with the Airbnb, so you're building momentum for something.
Yeah, outside of that, I plan to really get heavy back into fashion design, because the last couple of years I've been more so graphic. I mean, I've been doing fashion too, but for other people. So like, that was one of the big reasons for the move up here, was to really get myself back going in terms of what I feel like I'm here for, which is actually fashion design, clothing. Actually, I can't even just say fashion design, man. I want to do it all. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do clothing. I want to do, this is my personal brand. I want to do home goods. I want to do furniture. I want to do shoes.
So you're going to have two different brands doing home goods and everything like that.
Yeah,
But they're their own collective.
Yeah, because the aesthetic is different.
Uh-huh.
Entry is more so like that homey. It's that homey vibe, you know what I mean? Homey, cozy.
Yeah.
Like deep chocolates, browns, richer colors and stuff like that. My personal brand is more so a reflection of my personal style.
Okay. That's a good thing that you don't keep yourself attached to one identity though, because one of the biggest things about making money is like, don't get attached to anything. As far as whether it's a bad investment, whether it's an investment that's kind of run its course, as far as this is as good as it's going to get. So, like, what was, like, as far as keeping the identity separate, like, what work goes into that?
As far as that, I wouldn't say it's too much work that goes into it. Honestly, it's just two different sides of me. You know what I mean? So I feel like with Entry, I'm showcasing one side of me, and with Jerome Bradley, my personal brand, I'm showcasing another side of myself. So
right. All right, shoot, man. That's about all I got for you, bro. So, when is your collection coming out? Where could the people follow you? What's the link for entry if you ever go to Atlanta, Georgia, or getting away, everything like that? Plug it all in, man.
All right, so what was the first thing you said?
Nah,
I know you said plug in. All right,
plug in everything, man. What's the collection dropping? What's your Instagram? All that shit, bro.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have some pieces come in later this year. Fall for sure. I'm actually working on some stuff right now. I just placed the order for some stuff, and that's on the way. Like the clothing is on the way later this year. Instagram, Twitter, both the same handle at Yves Saint Jerome. Website JeromeBradley.com.
You don't got an Instagram for entry?
Yeah, I do, but it ain't nothing on there. So
okay.
You don't even got
under construction.
Yeah, entry under construction. Brand page, Jerome Bradley Design. Facebook, Jerome Bradley Design. Like
that's it. Jerome Bradley.
Yeah, man. Everything Jerome Bradley. Just look me up. Like
that's true to him.
Yeah, look me up, man.
All right. One last thing, man. What stock is going to the moon? What coin? What we all in, bro?
Shit, we on AMC right now.
Oh,
AMC.
Man. That's a little bit too late to get on that. I don't think I saw somebody say it's gonna go to 50,000, man. Hell no.
I mean, niggas on BlackBerry too, though. Like niggas been getting on BlackBerry.
Don't say about BlackBerry. It's coming back.
Like
BBM.
GM even making this little run, but at the same time, those are like little.
Those are memes.
Yeah. So if you want real stocks, I mean, you can't go wrong with like the traditional Tesla, Apple, Nike. Blah 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 blah. You can do your research on those. But.
I think Nike has good value to reach like 300 or something like that.
Yeah, like those you probably won't see outside of Tesla. You probably won't see huge growth like from the other companies, but
you'll see steady.
In terms of you'll see steady growth. Like some of them have dividends, so that's that passive income, and just because you need that stability in your portfolio. You can't just have all meme plays and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, definitely not, man. That's how you fuck your shit up. But all right, everybody, that's about all we got for y'all today. Hope y'all had your notepads out. Definitely can make a little bit of money from listening to this. A lot of good ideas thrown out in the air. My boy Jerome, good looks for pulling up, bro.
No problem.
Take care, man. Down to the soul. Fuck with us. Like, comment, subscribe. Instagram, all that shit. Fuck with me.